Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Chargers will have to get back into the playoff picture without one of their best players. Pro Bowl pass rusher Joey Bosa was placed on injured reserve Wednesday after spraining his foot in Sunday's loss to the Packers. Bosa will now miss at least 4 games. Also landing on IR, talented Packers rookie tight end Luke Musgrave, who suffered a lacerated kidney against the Chargers but is now recovering. The Patriots quarterback situation is a mystery, even to Mac Jones. When asked if he was starting this week, Jones replied, quote, "We'll see. That's the plan, I think." The Rams are getting their leading rusher back. Running back Kyren Williams was designated to return from injured reserve and is expected to play Sunday in Arizona after missing 4 games with an ankle injury. And after his surprise release from the Colts, 3-time All-Pro linebacker Shaq Leonard cleared waivers and is now free to sign with any team as a free agent. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Rio Valley AM 1230, Kxo El Citro. Turn up my headphones a little bit. Turn them up. Just thought of Dave Chappelle right there. It's Thanksgiving. Happy holiday to one and all. Of course, everyone's off but me. My name is Aaron, and I will be here. I'm going to take you in. We're having football today, a lot of it, too. 3 games, the Packers and the Lions. That coverage starts at 9 a.m., and we will go through to the Commanders and the Cowboys, and, of course, the Niners and the Seahawks. But we'll talk all about that in a little bit. Right now, let's just go ahead and I printed out some stuff. I don't have a co-host, so I'm going to read a few things I thought was interesting I found last night. We're all big fans of Daryl Hall and John Oates, but, it just shows you that it can't be, I guess you can't just get along forever. Daryl Hall files lawsuit and restraining order against bandmate John Oates. Terrible, huh? Pop rock duo Hall and Oates are embroiled in a confidential lawsuit with a court documents detailing the case that it is sealed. Daryl Hall, 77, the group's co-founder, is suing his former bandmate John Oates, 75, according to Axios Nashville reporter Nate Rao, who first reported the suit. The suit by Hall is against Oates as an individual and Oates' trust. The pair is known for many chart-topping hits, including Kiss on My List, Private Eyes, and Man Eater, including Rich Girl, which is my favorite Hall & Oates song. Maybe I'll play that a little bit later if I have time. The lawsuit was filed in Nashville Chancery Court on Thursday. According to court records, the case is categorized as a contract/debt dispute. The court documents detailing the case are sealed. Philadelphia Magazine has reported they are sealed. Hall also filed a restraining order against Oates in addition to the suit, Variety reported. The court issued the temporary restraining order beginning the 30th of November. So that means they can hang out on Thanksgiving and fight with the rest of the family like the rest of us. That's nice. Did you also know that if you were an astronaut, that deep space may be a problem for you and you may be prone to erectile dysfunction? This is what this study finds. As if homesickness, wasting muscles, thinner bones, an elevated cancer risk, the inescapable company of overachievers, and the prospect of death in the endless vacuum of space were not enough to contend with, male astronauts may return from deep space prone to erectile dysfunction, or so say the scientists. In what is claimed to be the first study to assess the impact of galactic radiation and weightlessness on male sexual health, NASA-funded researchers found that galactic cosmic rays and, to a lesser extent, microgravity can impair the function of erectile tissues with effects lasting potentially for decades. For decades, ladies and gentlemen. Raising their concepts and their concerns in a report on Wednesday, the U.S. researchers said they identified a new health risk to consider with deep space exploration. Well, we may find ourselves on Mars, but we won't be able to procreate because nothing will work. All right, now let's go ahead and do some celebrity birthdays. It is the 23rd of November. Actor Franco Nero from Django and Camelot. And screenwriter Joe Esterhaus, who wrote Basic Instinct and Showgirls, he's 79. Showgirls, what a terribly great movie that was. Comedy writer Bruce Vilanch is 76. Bruce Hornsby is 69. Bruce Hornsby. Actor Maxwell Caulfield from the Colbys is 64. Actor John Hinton, the Hughleys, the Living Single, is 63. Good Morning America host Robin Roberts is 63. Actor Sally Richardson Woodfield from Family Law is 56. And actor Oded Fair is 53 as well. Paige Kennedy from Desperate Housewives is 47. Actor Kelly Brook from Smallville is 44. Actor Lucas Grabel, High School Musical, is 39. And singer, actor Miley Cyrus is only 31. She seems like she's been around forever. Miley Cyrus is only 31. We shall return after this message.
We mark every inch that our kids grow.
Whoa, look how tall you're getting.
And watch them outgrow, well, everything.
This shirt is way too small.
But there's something else that can grow that we don't see. It's what doctors call toxic stress. It's how a child's body responds to difficult experiences, from harsh language to a painful loss. There are steps parents can take to help. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
Kxo would like to wish happy Thanksgiving birthdays to Andy Menge, Promise Martinez, Greg Bentley, Maria Campos, Roxanne Torres, Duwan Hart, Gustavo Silva, Debbie Jepson, Brenda Tabizon, Claudio Garcia, Evelia Sanchez, Felipe Vega, Aaron Carter, Lola Campos, Ariana Sweet, Kathy Grech, C.J. Brown, Debbie Friere, Dennis Morita, Harley Angel DeBolt, Joan Jenks, Kim Friere, Marcy Rios, Marilyn Miles, and Monica Taveras Villegas. Happy birthday from all of us here at KXO.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
Well, for Locke, we're going to give them a gift. That's a gift, my friend, because I'm going to play that again in a minute. That's my mistake. Let's go ahead and pull this one over. I've done this twice before this morning gig, but, it's fine. I'm just working through it. I got all my cards here. I got all my notes. We're going to go ahead and read some more filler here. We have an ex-Dire Straits singer, Mark Knopfler, to sell guitar collection for charity. Mark Knopfler has said he wants to let his guitars have new adventures with new owners as he announced the sale of a collection of the instruments spanning his 5-decade career. It's kind of amazing. Knopfler, who made Dire Straits one of the biggest bands in the world, is to sell 120 of his guitars and amps to Christie's, at Christie's in London in January, with 25% of the proceeds going to charity and 75% going in his pocket. The singer-songwriter said that wherever he wanted to still cross the streets to gaze at guitars at windows and music shops, just as he did when he was growing up in the northeast of England. I've done that since I was a little kid, he said. I lived with this love affair for over 60 years. The time had come, he said, to take some of these treasured 6-string companions out of their cases and leave them in the care of Christie's to allow them to have new adventures with new owners. I'll be sad to see them go, he said, but we've had wonderful times together, and I can't play them all. Well, that's very true. All right, let's try this. It's World and California News headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Qatar just announced the ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war will start at midnight Eastern Time, with hostages released 9 hours later. CBS's Holly Williams is in Tel Aviv.
Around 10 U.S. citizens are still unaccounted for following the October 7th attacks, some of them thought to be hostages. One big question now is whether we'll soon see Americans being released by Hamas.
The FBI says a car crash that killed 2 at the border crossing in Niagara Falls was not a terror attack. CBS's Nicole Skanga is there.
U.S. and Canadian officials closed off 3 other international bridges in the region as a precaution, all of which have since reopened.
The 97th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is marching south from Central Park in New York City right now. New balloons include the Pillsbury Doughboy. CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Stay safe on this Thanksgiving holiday, which is always the leading day of the year when it comes to cooking fires.
There are more than 3 times as many home cooking fires on Thanksgiving Day than a typical day of the year. That's a 297% increase over the daily average.
Susan McElvey with the NFPA says it's easy to lose track of what's on the stove or in the oven, urging you not to leave the kitchen when cooking on the stovetop. With the Apex Summit wrapped up, San Francisco is returning to normal. Parts of town that were clean and pristine last week, seeing the return of drug dealers and buyers and the unhoused. Buttons temporarily moved from the area, but is now back.
They just kind of pushed us out and told us that we were pretty much SOL and find a place other than here.
Homeless advocates in the city saying officials merely moved or pushed people back into the Tenderloin, south of Market neighborhood, and areas further from the events downtown. The state expecting to break a record this weekend with 7.5 million people leaving town. That's 3% more than last year. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News has been brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair or replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Page 1 of the local news is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire, and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors and the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Let's talk about some news. Major disaster declaration. President Joe Biden has approved a major disaster declaration for California. The declaration means that federal disaster assistance has been made available to Imperial County and several other California counties affected by Tropical Storm Hillary that roared through the area August 19th through 21st, 2023. According to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA for short, public assistance federal funding is available to state, tribal, and eligible local governments and certain private nonprofit organizations on a cost-sharing basis for emergency work and repair or replacement of facilities damaged by the storm. An ATV was stolen and then recovered. An ATV on a trailer was reported stolen Tuesday evening. The vehicles were taken from the 200 block of Wake Avenue in El Centro. According to the owner, there was an air tag on the ATV and it was pinging in the 800 block of Stacy Street. Police were able to locate the ATV and trailer, and after talking to witnesses, determined that it had been dropped off at the Stacy Street location by a man and a woman in a blue Ford F-150 pickup truck sometime between 2 and 4 p.m. Tuesday afternoon. The 2020 Polaris RZR ATV and silver trailer were recovered and returned to the registered owner. Investigators are reviewing video surveillance footage from the location. And a vehicle burglar caught. A man saw someone trying to break into his truck early Tuesday morning. The truck was parked near 2nd and Main Street in El Centro when a man wearing a yellow vest and black pants was observed breaking into the vehicle. When confronted, the thief dropped items that had been taken from the truck and ran southbound on New Street. The victim told officers that the man was armed with a knife. El Centro police were able to catch the thief near Brighton and New Streets a short time later. The suspect, a 31-year-old man, was booked into Imperial County Jail on charges of armed robbery, making criminal threats, and brandishing a weapon at a police officer. A KXO News Time is 7:43.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for El Centro Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentromotors.net. El Centro Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
And now for some more news. IID forms a new committee. A new infrastructure committee has been established. It was approved at the recent Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors meeting. They voted to establish an infrastructure committee, signaling a proactive approach to ensuring investment in the region's water and power infrastructure. The new committee, composed of IID directors J.B. Hamby and Gina Dock-Stoddard, along with district staff, will comprehensively address ongoing challenges, future needs, and provide strategic recommendations and oversight. The Infrastructure Committee stands poised to play a pivotal role in securing the future of water and power delivery to communities across the Imperial and Coachella valleys. We also have a toy drive. Mechanics Bank is holding a toy drive. It is for the Sheriff's Activities League and the Sheriff's Office. They will be accepting new unwrapped toys through December 6th. The toys can be dropped off at the Mechanics Bank branches in Brawley, El Centro, and in Holtville. And Christmas season in El Centro rings in a season of December 1st will be the annual Christmas tree lighting event. There will be one modification. This year, the event has been moved. It will be held at the Fire Station number 3, which is 1910 North Waterman Avenue. It will run from 5 to 9 p.m. and is open to the public and promises to be an evening of joy and holiday spirit. The celebration will embrace a gingerbread house theme, transforming the fire station into a winter wonderland of festive delights. There will be live performances, a decorated Christmas tree, adult beverages, fun arts and crafts for the kids, and a special visit from Santa. Adult beverages. The 77th Annual Christmas Parade will be held Saturday, December 2nd. The parade route has not been changed. Page 1 of the local news has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell. Then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza or party platter. Plus daily specials on select foot-long subs. Yes, McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Stay tuned to local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beers, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday and happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. daily. We'll do some more news here. We have a magical Christmas parade. Calexico has a Christmas parade as well. It will be on December the 9th in downtown Calexico. The parade starts at 10 a.m. and will feature floats, bands, marching groups, vehicles, elected officials, equestrian groups, and royalty. The competition categories will be the floats, drill teams, marching bands, and bandas de guerra. Organizations can still sign up to participate. There is no entry fee. The deadline to enter is November 27th. Go to the City of Calexico website to partake. And keeping motorists safe, the California Highway Patrol will be out in force this Thanksgiving weekend. As millions of people head out on the highway for the holiday, CHP will serve up its annual maximum enforcement period, the MEP for short. During the MEP, CHP officers will be working to assist and educate motorists as well as enforce traffic safety laws. They will be looking for unsafe driving behaviors, including impaired and distracted driving, speed and reckless driving, and people not wearing seat belts. The maximum enforcement period will be beginning at 6:01 p.m. Wednesday, November the 22nd, and will continue through 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, November 26th. I'll be back with a look at the weather.
This is the time of year that we here at Burgers and Beer like to remember what and who we're grateful for, like our customers,
kindness,
our health,
our pets,
friendships,
Parents.
Freedom.
Grandparents.
Food on the table.
Weekends.
Family.
Holidays.
Our military and their families.
Vacations.
First responders.
Music. Musicians.
Employees.
Healthcare workers.
And our beautiful country, to name a few. And happy Thanksgiving from Burgers and Beer.
And now with the weather, myself, very subdued delivery of the weather thanks to the 4:45 a.m. Here we go. Listen to this. According to the National Weather Service, weather conditions will remain relatively quiet through the weekend as temperatures hover near seasonal normal. Tranquil weather regime should persist into the middle of next week as drier air filters into the region. For today, Thanksgiving Day, cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing with a high near 78. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, clear with a low around 50. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles per hour. For Friday, sunny, a high near 72, and Friday night's low will be around 49. For the weekend, Saturday, sunny with a high near 70, a low of 46, and on Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 68. On Sunday night, partly cloudy, low around 48. Not much to speak of wind-wise. Everything's about 5 to 10 miles per hour throughout the entire weekend. Currently in downtown El Centro, it is 50 degrees. There's 34% humidity, 54% humidity. Sorry about that. Winds out of the west, if you call it that. Winds a light breeze of the west-southwest variety of is about 6 miles per hour. And the air quality in the valley is, at this point, excellent. You've been listening to Local News, Page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Timing is everything, and this marks the beginning of the most wonderful time of the year when families come together. Traditions come alive, and so does the Black Friday Sell-a-thon at your San Diego County Ford dealers, where the best deals on the entire Ford lineup of trucks and SUVs continue all weekend long, like the built Ford Tough F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years and counting, the adventure-ready Ford Bronco Sport, with GOAT modes to help you conquer the great outdoors, or the electrifying Ford Mustang Mach-E, with 0 to 60 thrills and 0 emissions. It all starts at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Kick off the holiday season with exclusive offers on your favorite Ford vehicles. And now's the best time to find the perfect Ford for you. The Black Friday Sell-a-thon is on at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Don't wait. This is your time. The Black Friday Sell-a-thon ends November 27th, based on 1977 to 2022 CY total sales.
All offers valid at Imperial County Ford dealers.
It's time for some sports. Sports World Roundup brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Well, it's Thanksgiving Day. There's really only one sport to really talk about. We can talk about the other ones if 3 games now. The Packers will open up the day in Detroit at 9 a.m. when the coverage will start here on Kxo AM 1230. And after that, 1:15 will be the Commanders at the Cowboys. And then closing it up this evening, the 49ers will play the Hawks of the Sea in Seattle. If you're a betting individual, I guess I'll point this out. The Lions are giving 8 points to the Packers. The Cowboys are giving 13.5 points to the Commanders. That's quite a bit for an in-division Thanksgiving Day. I don't know. I have a brother in Vegas. I may have to call a little bit later. And the Hawks are getting 7 from the 49ers in Seattle. Speaking of Seattle, the Seahawks' Geno Smith will likely start. Kenneth Walker doubtful. The Seattle Seahawks expect to have quarterback Geno Smith for their NFC West showdown with San Francisco 49ers on Thanksgiving night, but they'll likely be without running back Kenneth Walker III. Coach Pete Carroll said Wednesday that he believes Smith, who listed as questionable with a triceps contusion on his throwing arm, will play. The Seahawks held Smith out of Monday's practice a day after he was injured in their loss to the Los Angeles Rams. He progressed to a limited participant on their practice report Tuesday. The Seahawks were holding the walkthroughs, as is typical on a short week, and a full participant on Wednesday. Carroll said, quote, "He did quite well today. We rested him for most of the week, the short week. In terms of throwing, he did really well today." Carroll said Smith won't have to pass on any on-field test before Thursday night's game other than his usual warm-up. So the Hawks have their starting quarterback back. For the Packers, Luke Musgrave to the IR. He has a lacerated kidney. That's crazy. Per Packers rookie tight end Luke Musgrave and running back Emmanuel Wilson will both be out for the Thanksgiving game against the Lions, and at least 3 more games after the team placed both on injured reserve Wednesday. Musgrave suffered a lacerated kidney, a source told ESPN on Tuesday, in Sunday's win over the Chargers, while Wilson left the game with a shoulder injury. It's not yet known whether Musgrave could play again this season, but if he does, the earliest possible date for return would be December 24th at the Panthers. The Packers signed running back James Robinson, a former 1,000-yard rusher with the Jaguars, from the practice squad. They re-signed him to the practice squad on Monday after Wilson and Aaron Jones were injured. A 1,000-yard former rusher who was on the practice squad. That's quite amazing. The Kxo Sports time right now is 7:53.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Now for some more sports. The Giants' Daniel Jones facing 8 to 10 months of recovery after surgery. New York Giants quarterback Daniel Jones underwent successful surgery to repair the ACL in his right knee Wednesday and is facing 8 to 10 months of recovery. The procedure was done at a hospital for special surgery in New York by team physician Dr. Scott Rodeo. 8 months of recovery would take Jones 26 right up to the start of training camp next summer. Quote, I'm more focused kind of day-to-day on what I'm doing here and trying to get healthy. Jones, who suffered the injury on the 5th against the Raiders of Las Vegas, told the Up and Adams show on Tuesday. Well, good luck to you, my friend. That's a long rehab. And the new Browns quarterback, 38-year-old Joe Flacco. Despite being 38 years old, Super Bowl winning quarterback Joe Flacco believes he still has gas left in the tank. Quote, I definitely believe I can still play, Flacco said Wednesday before his first practice with the Cleveland Browns after sitting out more than half the season waiting for an opportunity. Flacco finally signed with Cleveland on Monday. The Browns were looking to add a third quarterback with Deshaun Watson out for the season because of a fracture to his throwing shoulder. Watson underwent surgery on Tuesday in Los Angeles. Flacco was the only quarterback the Browns worked out to replace Watson on the roster. Flacco would begin his tenure in Cleveland as a backup behind rookie Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who in the second career start Sunday led the Browns to win 13-10 over the Steelers. Cleveland also has quarterback P.J. Walker on its roster. You've been listening to Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The holiday season should remind us that faith and family are the most important things in life. And we hope that you succeed in coming together this holiday season with those you love and in the process creating some generational memories. Holidays have this magical power to magnify small things to ever greater memories over time. What a return on investment. Happy holidays.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Phoenix area attorneys. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell.
It's time for the fall haul at Northern Tool and Equipment. Get your hands on tough tools at prices that are tough to ignore. Got plans? Cancel them. Trucks in the shop? Borrow someone else's. Don't like saving money? Right. So head to the fall haul at Northern Tool. Stock up at the season's biggest event and get huge savings on brands like Milwaukee, Honda, and Ingersoll Rand. Shop at northerntool.com. We're made for this.
Financial news and weather is brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. Of course, there's no stocks today, but from yesterday, the S&P 500 index was up 18.43 points at 4,556.62, near a 4-month high close. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 184.74 points. The NASDAQ Composite was up 65.88 points. That's a half of a full percent. The major indexes posted their sixth gain in the past 7 days amid optimism over interest rates and potential for soft landing for the economy. U.S. equities extended a robust November upswing Wednesday and went into the Thanksgiving holiday with subdued Treasury yields and growing investors' optimism that interest rates have peaked, have helped lift the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ Composite to the sixth gain in the past 7 days. That's fantastic. Be back after this.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Weather conditions will remain relatively quiet through the weekend as temperatures hover near the seasonal normal. Otherwise, the tranquil weather regime should persist into the middle of next week as drier air filters into the region for Thanksgiving Day. Cloudy through mid-morning, then gradual clearing with a high near 78. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tonight, clear, a low around 50. Winds gusting up as high as 20, but that's not too bad, actually. And Friday, sunny with a high near 72. Winds at 10 miles per hour. And Friday night, low of 49. And by the weekend, Saturday, high of 70. And for Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 68. Starting to cool off, starting to feel absolutely beautiful out there. Financial news has been brought to you by Southwest Security Services and Weather. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It's the Peanut Patch. We're going to make your holiday shopping so easy. Just visit the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, Donna and Pat are celebrating their 26th anniversary at the Peanut Patch. And you're going to love what you see. You see, they've been taking care of people for so many years because they do it right. They've got a great variety of gift packs, and they can ship them anywhere in the world to your friends and loved ones. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yuma time, closed on Sundays. Visit the Peanut Patch. You're going to love what you see. Pecan turtles. How about yogurt-covered peanuts? I mean, they make them right there, and you're going to love how fresh they are, how tasty they are, and when you give them as gifts, people are going to love what you give them. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. How do you get there? Google the Peanut Patch. You'll get directions. It's easy. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. You're going to love the Peanut Patch.
With the best oldies on the radio.
KXO El Centro.
AM 1230 KXO.
CBS News is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Peter King. Qatar's foreign ministry says the first pause in the fighting in Gaza will start in 13 hours, with the first Hamas hostages to be released 9 hours later. A spokesman has just said that 13 people will be in that first group, all women and children, and hostages from the same family will be released in that group. CBS's Holly Williams is in Tel Aviv.
Here in Israel, 6 weeks of anxious waiting could soon be over for some of the hostages' families. Gershon Baskin is an Israeli hostage negotiator who helped secure the release of an Israeli soldier captured by Hamas, Gilad Shalit, in 2011.
Hamas wants to get rid of the women, the children,